afternoon, folks. Big Bo with RVs with Big Bo at Parkway RV Center. Got another excellent buy on a Class C motorhome we're going to review today. This is a 2017 Thor Four Winds 31E Class C motorhome, guys. This is a beautiful one. This has only got 4,994 miles. And guys, this is a very sought after floor plan. This is a bunkhouse floor plan. That's not a misprint on the price, guys. It is $69.9. When this thing comes out in a few days, it will be the lowest priced 2017 31E on RV Trader by $10,000. And not only is this thing just in superb condition for the year model, it also has hydraulic leveling jacks. Sitting knee deep in Michelin tires, still got the tabs on them. It's got an outside television, HD Max paint. It's obviously been kept undercover. It's no HD Max fade. Beautiful power awning, LED light strip. Man, this is a used motorhome that somebody looking for a brand new one will buy. Literally half price of what a new one will go for by the time you pay all the fees and upsells. And guys, basically, if you want to buy a Thor Four Winds 31E, you've got four options. Option one, go buy a brand new 2022, 2023 model. I saw one on RV Trader for 125 grand. Of course, you know, new dealers, they have fees, they have upsells. That's going to add 15 to 20 grand to the price. I had a bill of sale where a customer bought a new travel trailer from Rip Off World, and it was a $30,000 camper, had $12,000 in upsells and fees added to that price. So just because they advertise it like a price of $125, I promise you, you don't walk in there with a check for 125 grand and leave with a motorhome. No way, no how. You're going to spend 140 to 150 grand by the time they get done with you. Option two, for sale by owner or private party. RV Trader, lowest priced one, had I believe 12,000 more miles than this one, same year as this, no jacks. At least they didn't advertise it with jacks, and $10,000 higher. Option three, dealer. Go to dealership. They start about $84,000 in RV Trader for 17 31E. They go up to over $100,000 used. Option four, you're looking at it right here. And by the way, besides a brand new one, which the brand new ones had 12 to 1,500 miles already on them, none of them had under 5,000 miles or even close to it. Even the ones that were $20,000 priced, $20,000, $30,000 higher than this one, all had more miles. Or option four, I've got this one right here, 49 or just under 5,000 miles, got 8.7 hours on the generator, jacks, as close to buying a brand new one as you're ever going to get in a used one for half price of a new one, and the lowest priced one in the country, period. You can quote me on that. As of right now today, what I could check on my phone, this is the lowest priced 2017 Four Winds 31E in the country, and yes, you can quote me on that. One thing I want to point out, guys, is because the generator has less than 9 hours on it, obviously it's been sitting for a while, the carburetor has gummed up. I've got a service ticket on it. We are going to guarantee the generator to run. We are going to have to either replace or clean the carburetor. We'll be done here hopefully in the next week, but it is currently not running. I mean, it tries to crank, so you know it's not locked up. It's just it just doesn't run because it probably has been cranked in a few years. So we are going to fix the generator. I am hooked into 30 amp shore power. I've got roof air on, dash air is ice cold, refrigerator's getting cold, all that good stuff, so no worries there. Full wall slide, three tracks slide out system, very stable, and it does have hydraulic leveling jacks. Very well built, guys. It's got the solid surface Corian countertops. Notice the overlapping cap on the front of the slide out sign of a well-built Class C. Notice you don't have straight edges, which is where most leak problems occur. Notice how it loops around and underneath it. E450 chassis. It does have 6.8 Triton V10. This model should have the 362 horsepower engine with 457 or 459 pound-feet of torque, I believe. Now, specs say 8,000 pound tow capacity. I advise caution with that. I don't recommend putting more than about 6,000 pounds behind any E-Series chassis, whether it's a Class C or, like, say, a Axis or one of the mini Class A's that are on a Class C chassis. Just from my experience, many years as an RV transporter. But you know, it's your RV, you do what you want. You know the specs say you can, so I'll let you be the judge of that. It does have a TPO roof, which is very, very close to maintenance-free roof as possible. Only thing I can really fault it for as far as out here, maybe a little bit of wear on the stripe right there, I guess, where they kept it covered up. Maybe the outside was exposed a little bit. Maybe they had it a carport or something like that. I mean, the base look good, the furniture looks good. This has not been a live-in unit that I can tell. They don't get much nicer than this, guys. The awning works great. Push a button, it slides out. It does have the low profile door, so don't have to worry about a step. It does have an outside television set with outdoor waterproof speakers. All the TVs are inside. Notice the frameless windows, so it's less caulking and maintenance you have to do out here. Now, these are expensive C-classes, guys. Look up 2022s. They are very, very expensive. I'm going to put it to you this way. If you bought this thing brand new 6 years ago and you financed it, even if you paid 10-15% down, you couldn't afford to sell this for $69,900. You'd still owe 85 grand on it. And by the way, NADA, heck, it was in 82. I don't remember, but it was 80. And I'm not adding any options. I'm just showing you base retail with no added options. I'm not even adjusting for the jacks. Let me pop that up real quick. All right, guys, you can see I am way, 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 way under book. Low or average retail. So I'm not playing around on the price. $69,900. Get on RV Trader, look it up, compare it to everybody else in the country. Let's look here in the cockpit area first. 4,994.3 miles. Dash air, ice cold. No check engine lights. The brake lights on because I got the parking brake set. I did bring my thermometer. Make sure it works. Yep. I've had it on for a while because I've been waiting for the rain. We've had some storms off and on all day. That's why it's so late me getting a video. But it's made it hotter. But you can see, guys, we're blowing out 40s out the vents. And it's mid-80s right now. Got another round of storms moving in. The front seats look great. No flaking furniture with this one. Mirrors look good. Heated power mirrors, power windows, locks, tilt cruise, backup camera. All of that. You do have a big TV in the Cabover on a swivel mount, and this does make a full to queen size bed. No smoke or pet odors. The furniture looks great. No flaking furniture. You do have a table booth that makes a bed. One thing I'm going to point out, I don't know if somebody set up here, or kid set up here or what and did that, but one little spot about the size of my end of my thumb right there. And that's the only, and I'm showing you any faults I see, because as nice and as low mileage as this RV is, it's still a U17. It's not going to be perfect. But my gosh, folks, for half price, how can you even remotely complain for half price? Not a lot of carpet. In fact, I don't think there's any carpet in here. That full wall slide really opens it up in here as well. Roof air. We are blowing 40s out of it. Considering that I'm out here in the middle of a concrete parking lot, that's pretty good. You do have your LCI Leopard components with the auto level feature. You do have a remote control where you can, a rapid camp where you can put your rooms out, awning out, everything right here from this handy dandy remote. You can crank your generator, you know, once it cranks. And it does prime and all that stuff, guys, and I'll show you the hours so you know I'm not just BSing you on the hours. I mean, it matches the rest of the coach, 8.7. Does have USB chargers so you can plug in your mobile devices. Does have the optional solid surface countertops. I mean, the coach looks like a 5,000 mile coach should look like. Look at the stove eyes. Doesn't look like they've been cooked on. Same thing with the oven. Microwave, over the range of microwave, looks great. You've got a power tower right here so you can plug in some air fryers or steamers or whatever you want to plug in, plus a couple of extra USB outlets for cell phones or tablets. Sinks. You can't clean one this good, guys. One looks this good because it hasn't hardly been used. Refrigerator. Little pantry right here. A little overhead shot of some overhead storage. Freezer, which I've had on for a little bit. I don't know if the refrigerator's gotten really cold yet, but you can see we're 9-10 degrees. It's getting cold. Refrigerator, probably still not. It's getting there. It takes these things several hours to get to operating temperature, so another couple of hours, that refrigerator will probably be closer to 50, and it'll keep dropping probably into the 40s over the next few hours. You do have the 2 bunks in here in the hallway, and both bunks actually have the optional televisions, and you don't hardly see these. Usually you see these in the Class A bunkhouses. You usually don't see these in the Class C's, but this one has it. And of course, you've got a little hallway that goes to your master bedroom. And at least they were smart enough to design a solid sliding door for privacy. You know, I know you're not, you know, privacy is an illusion in an RV, especially with kids, but hey, every little bit helps. You got a stereo back here, play a little music. Queen bed in the back. I mean, you can see from the comforter that it's, I mean, it's not been used. I mean, it's been used, but it's been used very little. Foot of the bed, you've got a television. Big ugly guy in the mirror don't come with it, guys, I'm sorry. Well, it depends on where you're going. If you're going to cooler weather, he might be, you might be able to entice him to go with you, especially if you need a chauffeur. I do like the fact they got a fantastic vent fan right there. So if you are into boondock camping, that's a great place to put it, because if you don't want to run your generator and circulate some air, that's a boondocker's best friend. That thing can really, it can either circulate some outside air in or circulate the hot air inside out if you didn't want to run your AC. And it's actually pretty cool in here. The AC's doing a fantastic job. And of course, your bathroom, you can walk to it from the hallway or the bedroom. And it's also got a sliding door for privacy. I do have the optional porcelain toilet and glassed-in shower, skylight. I mean, I know this is a 17 model, guys. I know it's not a brand new one, but you're gonna be hard pressed to find a lesser used 17 anywhere else in the country. Let's just put it that way. I'm not gonna say it's new or it's like new, because there's no such thing. It is a used RV, but it's going to be as close to new condition as probably any other 2017 in the country. And once I get that generator fixed, that's going to be really, really nice. But anyway, get on RV Trader. And I want y'all to I want y'all to price shop me, guys. And I'm probably the only guy on the internet that says that. I want my customers to be educated. I want them to know what kind of deals we sell here at Parkway RV Center. Don't take my word for it, because I'm just giving you information based on right now at the time of the video production. You know, the time you see this video, it may be something totally different. There may even be one lower price than this, with less miles. I doubt it, unless it's 3 or 4 years from now. But as of right now, July 19th, 2022, on RV Trader, there's not another lower priced one with any condition or any miles on there in a 1731E Four Winds. And keep in mind, guys, when you see our pricing, that is very close to out the door price, because we're not a big corporate dealer. We're a mom and pop independent dealer, you know, a dying breed in this country. You know, we've been in business since 1968. The benefit of doing business with a dealership like us is that, you know, we're smart. Well, we are and we aren't, I guess. You know, we could have got as big as Rip Off World and all these other places, but we chose not to. Main reason being is because we didn't want to go into debt. So when you go to these big dealerships like Rip Off World and all these other ones, and they, you know, and Slander RV, and I'm not saying their real names because they're the same company. Rip Off World, Slander RV is exactly the same company, just a different name to try to clean up their image and reputation. Guys, they're in debt to their eyeballs. They don't own their units. You know, you go out there and you see 300 or 400 new RVs out there for sale. They don't have a title or the MSO to a single one of them in the office. Or if they do, maybe just a handful of them. The bank's got the titles. That dealership every 30 days is making a massive floor plan payment, which is basically the dealership financing. Because they don't own that inventory, the banks do. When they sell a unit, they pay the bank off and they get the paperwork, eventually get the paperwork from the bank. You know, and that's why you hear horror stories of somebody buying a new RV but doesn't get their title work done for months after they buy it, because a lot of times these big dealerships are in a crunch financially. So when you pay for a unit, they float on that money for a while before they actually pay your unit off at their bank. And that's why it takes so long. They won't tell you that, but that's exactly what happens. I've worked for these big dealers, guys. I've seen it firsthand. That's exactly what they do. Or they'll pay off somebody else's loan with that money that bought before you, that's been, you know, waiting longer than you have. I've seen that too. I have long made it a practice when I'm buying from a dealership to seek proof that the title's in-house or that it's been paid off before I buy an RV. You know, if they can't show me a payoff slip where it's paid off and they're just waiting for it to come back from the bank, or they can't show me a copy of the title or the fact that they have the title in-house, I don't buy it. I've made that, that's a practice I've done for 20 years, guys. And yes, I've missed out on some deals doing it that way, but at the same time, I've missed out on a lot of headaches too. Because I know how these dealers operate, guys. I've worked for them. I've worked for dealers that do that, and you know, that's just, now you can do that if you want to. That's just my opinion. You know, just like everything else I say on this channel is my personal opinion. But you know, you come here, guys. You know, we usually don't post anything until the title's in-house. Now, if we get something I think is very hot and there's a payoff on it, sometimes I will go ahead and post it. But I don't post it until we've actually made the payoff and that it's coming from the bank. The title's coming from the bank. So, you know, we always have proof that we paid it off. When you trade something in here with a payoff, guys, or you sell something with a payoff, within 48 hours, that payoff is complete. Usually with less time than that. And the reason we can do that is because we operate off our own money. You know, you go to these big dealers like Rip Off World, all these other places, they finance everything. You know, here a few weeks ago, I had a customer sell me a really nice late model Class C that I sold in a day or two. Main reason being, they went to Rip Off World because, you know, they advertise, oh, we buy RVs and all this stuff on social media and commercials and billboards and all that stuff. They took their RV there. They come to an agreement on a price. They bring the title because they just bought it new a year before. They paid cash for it. You know what Ripoff World told them? Leave me the title. Leave me the RV. You will get a check from the corporate office in 14 to 21 business days in the mail. You know why they do that, right? Because they have to send the title to their floor plan bank, and the bank loans them the money on that unit so that they can write the seller a check to buy it, to pay for it. Of course, that made them mad, and when they pulled out, they heard about it. They remembered us, and they brought by here. They had a check within 5 minutes of pulling in this dealership. They had a check in their hands. And I told them, hey, our check, our bank's 5 miles down the road. Go down there and cash it. It's good. No problem. And guys, that's the benefit of buying from us. And not only is it convenient, buying from a financially stable dealer, I know we're not the biggest dealer in the world like they are, but because we're financially stable, we don't have to make as much money. That's why our prices are so much cheaper. Because you got to realize, guys, when you go to Ripoff World, let's just say I've got this unit for $69.9. Ripoff World's got a 1731E, 4 Winds with 5,000 miles. Let's just say they've got it for $89.9. And then they have $3,000, $4,000 in fees and the upsells. The reason why theirs is, say, $20,000 higher is because they have to add $4,000 in floor plan interest to the cost of every unit. And then they got to add, all right, they've got 150 employees at that one dealership they have to pay every week. They got to add $2,000 or $3,000 for labor cost overhead to every single unit they sell. They've got everything mortgaged at their dealership, the property, the build, that multi-million-dollar fancy showroom, and fancy cappuccino coffee and Starbucks coffee shop or whatever they got in there that they serve their customers. Oh, they got to add a few bucks to every unit they sell to pay for that. Oh, that fancy NASCAR race you watched, or that college football bowl game they sponsored. Hey, everybody that buys an RV from, we got to add a few more dollars to the price to cover that. All those fancy advertising that caught your eye to come in there, we got to add a couple $1,000s to every unit we sell for advertising overhead, and etc., etc., etc. The bigger the dealership, the more overhead they spend, the more profit they have to make just to cover their overhead. You come here, guys, we don't spend a lot of money. We have a few employees. We keep our costs to a minimum. We pass that savings along to you. We buy these things for cash, so it allows us to negotiate a better deal when we buy them. When we save money, when we buy them, we pass the savings along to you because we have a lower markup, so the less we pay, the less we have to sell them for. Where you go to like Ripoff World, let's just say us and Ripoff World bought this same camper. Let's just say they were two identical campers, and we bought our motorhomes, and we both bought them, paid the same amount of money. They're automatically going to market over Retail Book Plus. They don't care what they paid for it. They automatically market Retail Plus. We price them by what we pay for it. With a set markup, we let it go. Or like my grandpa used to say, you make your dollar with 10 dimes instead of 4 quarters like the other guys. That's how our prices are so much lower than everybody else. We keep our services to a minimum. We only guarantee the following systems to keep our prices down. We guarantee the generator. Like this one, guys, we're going to spend whatever it takes to get that generator to run and put out like it's supposed to, which I'm 99.9% sure all it is just a carburetor needs to be taken off and either cleaned or replaced. It will work fine. We guarantee it. We'll put it in writing. At time of sale, that generator will function correctly and perfectly. You can check it out yourself. Guarantee the refrigerator freezer to get to operating temp. You saw the temperature of my thermometer. We guarantee the roof air conditioner to get cold. We guarantee the water system to work, which also includes water pump, water heaters, faucets, spigots, toilets, stuff like that. Also include the running and driving. It's got 5,000 miles, guys. There's nothing wrong with the running and driving. I'm probably not going to drive this one today because this storm's moving in. The roads are still wet. They just washed it. I really don't want to get it dirty. And honestly, I've driven enough of these Class C's over the past couple of weeks Y'all know how it drives. I mean, it's 5,000 miles. It's not, I mean, if it was 20 years old with 100,000 miles, yeah, I'd probably drive it, but you've got no, it's got Michelin, you got no worries there. I mean, it's going to drive just like it looks, which is pretty much perfectly, or as perfect as a used RV can be. You've seen the awning work, lights work. We guarantee the slide out to work correctly, which it does. We wouldn't have it out. Guys, we can't, I mean, that anything else, of course, we sell as is. You can come check it out yourself, do your own inspection on your, and you're also welcome to hire a third-party inspection service, and encouraged to do so. And that's the only things we guarantee to work are those major things. We leave the Mickey Mouse stuff to you, and we're going to save you 15, 20 grand off the price by letting you fix any Mickey Mouse stuff. And I haven't seen anything that really is a concern besides those one or two little things that I showed you. The stripes on the back and this little spot on the sofa. That's it, guys. That's nothing. That's cosmetic. We cover the stuff that can ruin your trip. That little spot on the sofa or those stripe on the back is not going to ruin your camping trip, guys. You can use it from now on with those problems, those little cosmetic issues. Not really even a problem. It's used. That's part of it, guys. Half price for new. I don't know about you, but if I can save half price off of something with 5,000 miles, I'll take my pocket knife and shred these cushions to smithereens, bust out every single window in it to buy one for half price with 5,000 miles and still feel like I stole it. I mean, that's the way I look at it. and shred everything in here to smithereens and buy it for half price of a new one with 5,000 miles and drive and run perfectly. Yeah, I'd feel like I won the lottery. And the fact this thing can sleep 6, 8, 10 people, this is something the whole family can enjoy. So yeah, guys, check this one out. It won't be on the market long. We're going to save you some money. We have financing available with approved credit, down payment if you want, the latest interest rates, terms, down payment requirements, credit eligibility requirements, income requirements, and things like that. Give us a call, and I also recommend always check with your local bank or credit union to see what kind of RV financing programs they offer that you qualify for before visiting us or any other dealership, so you have some kind of basis of comparison. Guys, other dealerships make money on financing. We don't. They get you approved at one of their lenders. They have arrangements worked out with those lenders where the lenders allow them to mark the interest rates up above and beyond what that bank approved you for, because you're not dealing with their lenders directly. You're going through the dealership. The dealership's acting like a middleman. Let's just say the bank gets you approved at, say, 6.5%. They're charging you 8.5%, but you don't know that the bank did it for 6.5%. All you know is what the dealership's coming back and telling you. They're telling you 7.5% or 8%. And they're marking it up, and the bank lets the dealership keep most of that money, additional profit from the higher interest rate. Guys, that can add up to thousands of dollars in higher payments over the life of an RV loan. Not to mention, here comes the upsells like I talked about earlier. And those upsells are the extended warranties. Guys, those extended warranties, not worth the paper they're written on. Dealerships have got everybody brainwashed. Oh, I got to buy an extended warranty, or I got to buy gap insurance. First of all, like this thing right here, you're buying it for $69,900 with a 80, well, I can't remember if it was $82,000 or $84,000 book. But you're buying it for that far under book. What do you need gap insurance for? You only buy gap insurance when you're financing more than it's worth. Okay, but if you got to have it, go through your auto insurance company yourself. Don't go through a dealership. Don't buy anything through a dealership that you don't have to, because they're going to make money on it. And the reason they push this stuff and these tire and wheel protection packages and roadside assistance, because it's all marked up 4 times dealer cost. And when you need it, you're very lucky if they pay anything at all on a claim. And if they do, it's only a partial payment at best. When we were with our last warranty company, they showed me a chart where we had our customers that bought warranties from us had over $300,000 in claims. They paid less than $70,000 on that $300,000 plus. How is that worth a flip, guys? I do not recommend aftermarket warranties, period. Take that money that you're going to spend on a warranty, put it in your savings account, let it draw what minuscule bit of interest it draws, and draw on it when you need to put something in the shop. There's a lot of benefits to that. A, that's emergency cash, first of all. B, when you go to a dealership, cash service customers are king. Warranty service customers are pushed to the back of the line. Warranty companies make service departments jump through hoops, have so much red tape, tell you, all right, we'll authorize this repair. You have to use this new part and this used part, this used part, this used part, but this part can be new. And they give them such impossible circumstances. And then they cut their labor rate sometimes, to the point a lot of shops don't want to deal with them. So a lot of times you only have certain dealerships that will accept that warranty. And when they do accept it, they know you can't take it anywhere else. So it gets pushed to the back of the line. They want somebody with cash to come in, because they know a cash service customer can take it to any dealership in the country, get it worked on. They want to get that cash customer taken care of and out of there as quick as possible so they can get some of that cash. So if you come in and paying for the repair yourself, you're going to get your RV back quicker, and you can take it anywhere you want to for a repair. You can take an independent shop, you can take a mobile RV technician, a dealership, whatever you want. So it opens your options, and I guarantee you, let's just say you were going to buy a 3-year warranty for $6,000. Well, first of all, that warranty only costs that dealer probably $1,500 at best. They're selling to you for $6,000. You're going to save $4,500. Take that $6,000, put it in a savings account. At the end of 3 years, I guarantee you, you'll probably still have at least half or more of that $6,000 left in that savings account. More than likely. So why waste your money? Not to mention be able to get your RV repaired faster at any place of your choosing. I've had people with these warranties that had to drive their unit over 1,000 miles to a dealership that would accept that warranty, and then they had to wait months and months and months for that dealer to repair it because they got put on the back burner because it was a warranty claim. I've seen people with roadside assistance had to spend the night overnight on the side of the road because that roadside assistance wouldn't find anybody that would pay their cutthroat rate to come out and take care of them when they're broke down on the side of the road. Where you can get on your smartphone and with a piece of paper and a pencil and start calling local garages, tire stores, whatever, if you've got a blowout or you run out of gas or whatever, and you start talking to people, say, hey, I got cash money, I don't need a receipt. I've been on the road with a blowout in less than 45 minutes using that word track. Hey, I'm at exit or wherever I'm at. I got cash money. I don't need a receipt. Can you come change a tire out and put a belt on or whatever happened to me? Guys, I've been on the road in less than 45 minutes. I've gotten employees that said the company doesn't do road service, but hey, give me $150. I'll come out and take care of you on my lunch break. And they clocked out, took care of me. I was back on the road. I gave them the money. I was on the road. I was good to go. You learn little tricks like that because I was a transporter for several years, and I learned a long time because I made the mistake of buying roadside assistance too. And the first and only time I tried to use it, I was there for 18 hours. To the point, the next time it happened, I called because you know when you pick up many RVs as I do, sometimes they break down. The next time it happened, I learned that from one of my older drivers. He taught me that trick and it worked, and I've been using it ever since. I even used it about 6 months ago when I had to blow out of my own motorhome before I put my new tires on, and it works still to this day, 2022. I mean, it's pretty cool. But anyway, Sorry, I didn't mean to go on and rant and all that stuff. I'm just trying to, you know, I know I want to sell y'all an RV and show you the RV and review the RV, but I want to give y'all some good information too. You don't have to buy all these upsells. All these upsells are nothing but what I said they are. They're upsells. It's a way for the dealership to make a few extra $1,000 at your expense for inferior products that don't pay when you need it, or make life worse for you instead of more convenient. So anyway, this unit, $69,900, haggle-free firm, lowest priced one in the country as of right now. Give us a call if you're interested in it. Make sure it's available before coming down. 706-965-7929. Thank y'all for watching. Oh, by the way, when this slide out is in, you cannot go through that hallway to get to the bedroom. You have to walk through the bathroom. Other than that, you got full access to everything. And yes, you can still get to your bunk beds when the slide out is in. Thank y'all so much for watching. Give us a call if you're interested. We do take trade-ins. Nationwide delivery is available for $2 a loaded mile. Thank you so much for watching. And before I sign off real quick, let's put the thermometer in the refrigerator. Let's see if it's dropped any. I mean, it was, what, 69, 70? And you can see it's dropped another 3 or 4 degrees. So yeah, obviously it's dropping. So it works. Anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. Appreciate it. Come out and visit with us. We've got a large selection of Class C's. Go to my website, parkwayrbcenter.com. Financing available with approved credit and down payment. We'll take trade-ins. Thanks again for watching, and look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringo, Georgia. Smash me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Look forward to seeing you soon.